Hello everyone and welcome back inside of Destiny, the Taken King. Today we are going to be doing another weapon review on HAWKMOON. And as you know, Zer sold this last week. Um, it was the PlayStation exclusive, and that thing just looks like a monster of a hand cannon. The little hook on the claw there, the feathers etched into the side, looks really, really sweet. Um, but again, for you Xbox users, this is something new to you. Um, the old PlayStation exclusive. And I'm not gonna lie, something new for me too, because I was unfortunately did not have this last year. And from everything I've learned and using this last week, um, it's actually it's still a dominant hand cannon even with all the nerfs. But let's get started here. We'll go over its stats here. It's got high impact. Um, Range, stability, and reload are all pretty decent. Um, it feels like it reloads a lot faster than its reload stat actually implies. But it causes kinetic damage. It is infusible. It has accurized ballistics for more range and impact, um, which is pretty good. You have field choke for more range and increased recoil, which basically is the same thing. I don't really see a difference between the two, except for you gain a little bit with accurized ballistics as far as the stability goes. And then obviously it has aggressive ballistics, will give you, another little bump to impact and down on the range. Um, I might run aggressive ballistics um, in PvP. Um, but for the most part, I will be sticking with accurized ballistics. Anyways, its first exotic perk is called Luck in the Chamber. It says one random bullet in the magazine causes considerable bonus damage. Um, Again, very useful. You've seen this on other guns as well, shotguns and that sort of things. And for its selectable perk, it has Hammer Forge, which improved range and accuracy. As you can see, the bump to range is rather nice. It has Quick Draw, which can be drawn unbelievably fast, and Speed Reload. Reload this weapon pretty quickly. And again, this weapon feels like it reloads quickly anyways, and you'll see that a bit in the gameplay. Um, Typically, I'm going to run with Hammer Forge for the increased range at all times. That will not change. Unless possibly I might switch to speed reload in if I'm running this in PvE, but I highly doubt it. The only time that would even really be useful is, against mass groups of, enemies, thralls, that sort of thing. And really, it's just the amount of range you pick up as opposed to the amount of speed reload um, gives you for the reload time. I would say Hammer Forge is the best bet. And then for our final perk, or for our final exotic perk, we have Holding Aces. It says two more random bullets in your magazine deal considerable bonus damage. So that's 3 bullets total between Luck in the Chamber and Holding Aces that are going to have bonus damage in them. And you say to yourself, well, yeah, big deal, but in retrospect, in something like PvP, um, this thing is an absolute killer, and we will get into a little bit more of that in the gameplay. Um, so with that, let's get to some gameplay. All right, and for PvE, I wanted to show you guys the Tanic Strike, um, just so you can kind of get a feel for how the whole Aces perk will proc. As you heard that little ping noise, that is the sound that it'll make when the Holding Aces perk or the Lucky Bullets, are fired. So this way, at least you'll know if you have it. So if you fire 5 shots out of a 13-round mag and you hear that 2 or 3 times, you know that you have 0 or 1 left. And also, you can see here a minute when I start firing on the tank here, just the damage. You can see one's about 1,500, the other one's like 1,900. Kind of give you an idea. So again, it's I don't know the exact percent or number of damage that the lucky shots provide, but as you can see, it is a significant increase. And this is just a flat-out monster for PvE, and it generally rips through, you know, waves of enemies very quickly. And for hand cannons, it still has pretty good range. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is the highest damage PvE hand cannon. And it shows as well, because it, like I said, it'll rip through, you know, waves of enemies. Again, this is a level 36 strike, but it still is, you know, is very powerful in PvE, and definitely, I would say, a must-have if you like hand cannons. Now getting into PvP, and I apologize for these clips being so short and cut up. I'm really not that good at PvP, and even less so with hand cannons.
Only 5 minutes left.
But a few things I want to talk about here with HAWKMOON is these those lucky shots. If you get a headshot with one of those, this thing is a 2-banger. It will kill in all of about 2 shots, and you'll see that throughout, you know, these clips and whatnot. And with that being said, most of the hand cannons in Destiny from year 1, or you know, now in year 2, most of them got a bunch of nerfs, including ammo capacity, and the HAWKMOON got a bump after, you know, it gets a bump from holding aces and takes it up from 11 to 13. So realistically, I'm pretty sure the magazine size was the same in year 1, so realistically you're not losing anything. And essentially with 13 bullets and 3 lucky ones, I mean, you can essentially get anywhere from 3 to 5 kills depending on how precise your aim is before you even have to reload, which is, you know, rather useful, because you can reload, you know, at your convenience as opposed to having to do it in the middle of a gunfight. You know, and the more, and again, like I said, I'm really not all that fluent with hand cannons and everything else. So you'll see, you know, these clips, you know, I kind of probably look like a rookie biatch, but at the same time, you know, I mean, there once was a time in Crucible where, you know, it was Thorn and Last Word and HAWKMOON, and everyone was using them, and everybody was killing with these. I think that, you know, with all the nerfs to hand cannons, they kind of take a backseat ride along, you know, to the auto rifles, scout rifles, pulse rifles, your other primaries.
Probe is out. Keep them away.
Definitely not on the top of my go-to list as far as being in the Crucible. You know, especially with the range being nerfed. I mean, that didn't really affect HAWKMOON all that much. That, and I mean, it does have Hammer Forge on it, so you can kind of combat that, you know, range nerf a bit. But essentially, you know, this gun at longer ranges is really not going to do much damage. It's going to be more difficult to use. I like to play a little bit further away, but there's some people who I know who I play with who, you know, are just really good with using hand cannons, and they'll come in and, you know, just wreck people with HAWKMOON and other things, you know. So again, if you're the hand cannon type, this is the hand cannon for you. I feel it's the unquestioned king of hand cannons. You know, just for everything it provides, the range, the mag size, and the lucky bullets. The 2-shot headshot is crucial, and you can kind of see the range kill right there. I mean, if he's not, if his health isn't down, I don't make that shot or get that kill anyways. And also, I mean, this weapon is it's so powerful that it's good for, you know, team play and that sort of thing. You can kind of post kills and rack up assists with it too, just by landing one shot.
Activated.
Which seemed to be happening to me a lot when I was, you know, using this weapon, leveling it up, and kind of, you know, testing it essentially, trying to get the feel for it. And it, but regardless of, you know, my ineptitude with these hand cannons, this is still a very quality gun. I would definitely recommend it for everybody to add to their collection and to level up, because it can be very useful. Again, like I said, if you're not the PvP player, like I'm definitely not a PvP minded player, it can still hold value in your PvE activities, your strikes, your nightfalls. So definitely worth acquiring and infusing, in my book.
Heavy ammo on the way.
But
Your runner is
with that,
advancing.
we'll let you be the judge. Again, if you got comments, or excuse me, if you leave your thoughts on it down in the comment section
Heavy
below.
ammo.
If you like it, love it, hate it, whatever, what have you.
Heavy ammo available. Enemy captured zone B.
And please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you on the next one. Later.
Zone A neutralized. Zone C lost. Zone A secure. Enemy captured Zone C. Only 5 minutes left. Double kill.